Hi, Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to bring you the October 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Gemini for Sun and Rising placements. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to October. It is Libra season. It's already the middle of the month, and I am way behind on getting these videos done. So I am going to try to make it real short and sweet. Libra is cardinal air energy, and you, Gemini, are mutable air energy, and you guys make what's called a trine to each other. Air likes air. So, this is a really positive season for you. The house that is activated during Libra season for Gemini is the fifth house, which is the house that Leo traditionally rules. It's the house that rules self expression, creativity, our connection to children, joy, things that give us pleasure, but not necessarily in a physical way, more just kind of like the way that we like to experience romance and intimacy, things like that. So the sun is passing through here starting out the month of October. We also have Mercury here. Mercury is the planet of communication that is your ruler. And with Mercury in Libra in the fifth house, this is a great time for self-expression and creativity. Venus is in Scorpio for for pretty much the first half of October. And the area that this is hitting for you in your horoscope is the sixth house, which is the house that has to do with daily routine, the way that you're of service in the work that you're doing, and also your health. So those are things that are really good for you to focus on for the first half of October. Mars is going to be in the cardinal water sign of Cancer for the entire month. Mars is hitting your second house of finances. Now, whenever Mars is passing through the second house, we do experience challenges when it comes to finding financial stability. We might feel like money is coming in as fast as it's going out. And so the way that we are relating to our finances is up for review, and we might have to be really intentional about how we're budgeting or spending money when Mars is passing through here. So that's through the whole month of October. The other thing that we have starting out October is Jupiter and Gemini. And Jupiter's already been here for quite a while, but this is, happening in your sign. And so this is the first house, the house of identity. Jupiter is calling us to grow in our sense of self beyond where we've been. And Jupiter is going to be stationing retrograde on the 10th at 21 degrees and going all the way back to 11 degrees through February. So we're going to have Jupiter retrograde until February. And this is where your sense of self and your identity is up for review. So you're going to be going through this reflect review period in terms of how you view yourself and how you relate to your own personal growth. Now let's kind of go back a little bit to the beginning of the month again. So October 2nd, we had a solar eclipse at 10 degrees Libra, and this is hitting in that fifth house again. Solar eclipses are a time for new beginnings, new chapters. It's bringing a whole wave of new energy in the coming months. It feels like a breakthrough of some kind. This is happening in that fifth house of creativity and self-expression. So it's making that trine to your sense of self. So this is an opportunity for you to have new insights and growth around how you're expressing yourself to others. Shortly after our solar eclipse, Jupiter will station retrograde, about a week later. And then after that, we're going to have Mercury leaving Mercury leaving Libra and entering Scorpio. And that's entering that area of your chart where the sixth house is. And that's that's where Venus has been. And so again, getting your ducks in a row, putting order to things is really positive for you, especially when it comes to your health and wellness. And then also the work that you're doing and how you're of service, and the work that you're doing is also highlighted for you for the rest of October. After Mercury enters Scorpio on the 17th, we're going to have a full moon in Aries at 24 degrees of Aries. This is hitting in your 11th and 5th house. So the moon's going to be in your 11th house, which is the house that represents our relationship to community, groups, friendship circles, and the sun's going to be in that fifth house of creative expression. So we're going to be in that state of kind of those trying to find integration between creativity, sense of how we're relating to our expression of self around creativity and how that impacts the people around us, and then whether or not we feel like we're in the community that we're meant to be a part of. Full moons are also about releasing and letting go of energy and kind of moving away from things that we don't feel like are serving us anymore. So if you feel like you're not surrounded by the right people, or you feel like you're still kind of looking for people that you want to share connections with, this full moon might be kind of ushering in more of that desire to kind of find your people that you want to feel like you belong with. After that full moon, Venus is going to enter Sagittarius around the 18th. And Venus in Sagittarius is going to be hitting in your seventh house of relationships. So if you haven't really been that interested in dating or connecting with someone, a lot of times when Venus is passing through the seventh house, it can bring some suitors in, you know. This also, if you're already in a relationship, can empower you within your relationship to want more or more, you know, kind of connection, one-on-one time. If this isn't about a romantic relationship, we could want more of that one-on-one connection with a best friend, or it can also be about a business partnership that we're going through that also is requiring us to work through things and figure out ways of connecting with that person. Venus in Sagittarius is a seeker energy, a wanderlust energy, this kind of like quest for freedom. And so we might be feeling that in our relationship dynamics over the next couple of weeks while Venus is passing through that sign over the last half of October. On the 22nd, we'll enter Scorpio season. So the sun is going to be moving out of your fifth house and into your sixth house, and really highlighting your need to kind of put order to things and figure out what your daily routine is. And, you know, again, focusing on your health and wellness, and also the work that you're doing in the way that you're of service and the work that you're doing. The sixth house is all about being of service, and it's one of the work houses. And so this being of service can be philanthropic, it can be volunteer oriented, but it can also be in our actual careers and how we're operating within that. All right, I'm going to pull a tarot card for you for the month of October using the new Rockstar Tarot deck by Mary De Lorenzo Woods. It just came out last month. It's such a beautiful deck. Let's see what your card is for October. Oh, we have the Four of Cups, which has Neil Young on it. The Four of Cups is a card that is ruled by Scorpio traditionally. Sorry for the glare. I can see Neil Young out in the woods. The Four of Cups represents being in a place where we might feel like we're feeling unfulfilled, essentially, or maybe a little bit bored. And we need to figure out why, essentially, like what is lacking in our life that is making us have a hard time feeling passionate towards things. Where can we find emotional fulfillment? This makes sense to me a lot with the fifth house placement of Libra, and also some of the sixth house themes that we have during Scorpio season, where you really have to figure out kind of, you know, how do you leave whatever funk you're in and find more joy and fulfillment in life? Maybe it's revisiting something from the past that you've been neglecting. Maybe it's finding something completely new that you've always wanted to explore. It's very Venus and Sagittarius. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave you there. I hope that you have a wonderful October, and I will see you guys next month. You can find me at theladyofleisure.com and thesobercurator.com.